Welcome to SMR Bitesize. Thought for Thursdays coming right up. But before that, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Every Thursday on SMR Bitesize, we like to give you our take on something that confuses, challenges, or divides us rejoiners. And this week, it's a biggie. Earlier this week, Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, rocked up in every idiot's favourite comic, The Express. So he's clearly after the stupid vote. But wait till you hear this. Apparently, Britain's future is outside the EU, not in the single market, not in the customs union. Oh, it gets much worse. He went on to say, our European friends and competitors aren't just eating our lunch, they're nicking our dinner money as well. Where the hell do you even begin with this? Backlash was fierce from across the pro-European community. Exactly the same mistake Johnson made, says Dr. Mike Galsworthy, slagging off the EU in the tabloids, then rocking up in Brussels with daft expectations. And as if that wasn't bad enough, guess who's trolling Jeremy Hunt this week? Tory backbencher Tobias Ellwood from Bournemouth, extolling the virtues of the single market. I kid you not. Piers Morgan might be right. The world has gone nuts. So not to beat around the bush, but what the is Keir Starmer up to? We've narrowed it down to 4 possible explanations. Got a fifth? Leave it in the comments. 1. Keir Starmer and the entire front bench of the Labour Party were all kicked in the head by the same horse on the same day. They've been necking back on the Tory Brexit Kool-Aid, and they genuinely believe they can make Brexit work. In a Labour Party full of strong pro-European voices, that seems unlikely. And frankly, I think we're all praying to God that Starmer is not that stupid. Okay, then 2. It's all a big con. Starmer's plan is to recapture the red wall, dupe them spectacularly once again over Brexit. Well, he knows that'll work. And once he's in power behind the doors of number 10, ta-da! Fooled you all. I'm taking us straight back into Europe where we belong. Again, hugely unlikely. He's got to have more foresight and integrity than that. I mean, no one would ever trust him again. Okay, so now it's getting tricky, I'll admit, but I've got 2 more possible explanations up my sleeve for you. Stay tuned. Number 3. With his advisors advising him that the Greens and certainly the Lib Dems are going to make some pretty impressive gains at the next general election, for which there's very good evidence given the locals, Keir's being told he can't expect an overall majority in Parliament. Unless, and only unless, he retakes the red wall. Now, although he knows he can fool them long enough to nab their vote, he also knows he can't fool the rest of us. But he's pro-EU at heart. We all know that, don't we? I mean, whatever Labour's faults right now, they're a million miles away from the Tories, aren't they? So what's the plan then? Well, with that overall majority in the bag, Sir Keir and Labour will begin to rebuild those broken bridges with the EU. Erasmus, Horizon, fixed by stealth. Imports and exports, greased and oiled. And all under cover of the slogan, making Brexit work. The moderate Brexiteers and Red Wall are pleased. Things are looking up. Those of us who know what's really going on, well, we're quietly delighted. Because we know that Labour's secret plan, ticking away under the bonnet, is to position the country, the public, to support and quite possibly demand the UK re-enters the single market and customs union by 2028-29. All of which means Keir Starmer can say, he's not U-turned. He's made Brexit work, all right. This is just the next logical step. Kingdom reunited. We're all happy. Bob's your uncle. Bit of a stretch? Well, how about option 4? Bear with me, because I think this could be the one. Starmer knows he can't please everyone. There's literally nothing he can say to win back the Red Wall voters he needs, keep us rejoiners happy, the rabid wolves of the right-wing press at bay, and win the next election. He also knows, due to extensive polling, that the Greens and the Lib Dems are going to make not just serious gains at the next election, but in some cases, spectacular advances. His advisors have spelled it out to him. Your best bet, Keir? A coalition with the rest of the progressive left. Starmer isn't just prepared not to win outright. He's expecting not to. And there's evidence for this. Both he and Ed Davey have ruled out coalition of any sort with the Tories. But when asked about working with each other, they deflect, pivot. Both refuse to answer. It's a backroom stitch-up, and it serves us rejoiners brilliantly. Why? Starmer regains the red wall and more votes than the Tories, but not quite enough to get over the line on his own. Cost-benefit analysis done and dusted. He's straight in bed with the Lib Dems. Their price? Not just closer alignment with the EU, but taking steps immediately to rejoin the customs union and single market. And with the Greens, possibly in even a minor king-making role, the EU itself. But what do you think? Are we way off? Are we barking up the right tree but singing the wrong tune? Actually, I'm not even sure what that means, but if you think you can make sense of what Starmer's up to right now, let us know in the comments. We really want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, visit 16millionrising.co.uk, where you can listen to this week's full radio show for free, support us with a donation, buy us a coffee, or subscribe as an early riser. Back tomorrow.